Hey guys, welcome to Farm Simulator 19 on Marwell Manor Farm. So, the first episode, let's play, at long last. I have no idea when you guys are going to actually see this though, because I'm pre-recording this quite in advance, so when I get the go-ahead from Oxy to go ham, I can go ham. So, we are going to get the John Deere up here and going. So this is cultivated, and it does need ploughing if you've got periodic plough switched on. Just to progress this quicker and at least get one crop in, I'm gonna have that switched off for now because I plan on using the culti plough. I've already ploughed this field once before having to do a new game save because of the current version of the map. And that took quite some time. Using this tractor and the Limpkin plough, I had 10 hours in the game save. Granted, it wasn't just 10 hours of ploughing, but I would say at least maybe 3 to 4 of them, maybe even 5, I don't know, were ploughing using the AI workers, so it took forever. Now we are going to blip this on. We've got 50 grand is what we're starting at money-wise. Obviously we have got our machinery, but we have 0 animals, just the same way as I always play. We've got one field up there to harvest. This one needs to be planted. Here is the minimap in case you guys have forgotten what it looks like. So I believe 19 is a grass field, 18 will be crop, and 15 is crop as well. And I think that's it for fields that we have. Maybe I should have got another field. We may magically buy another field. I don't know. I will have to wait and see. So, drop this down. So easiest way right now with the hired workers, it seems to be do the headlands first, and they seem to pick up on that much better than they would if you didn't, and don't cause it as much grief. I know it's the wrong way of doing things, doing headlands first because of compaction, yada yada yada. Well, it's farm sim, there's no compaction. And as far as hired worker goes, it's the easiest way. To be honest, I don't want to attempt this field without GPS. Because it is brutal, just because of the sheer size of it. So we'll do an outside round of this. I think I'm set up as far as all the vehicles and machinery and equipment I need. What I'm most definitely not set up on is everything at the yard yet. I've been holding off setting up the map until the last couple of days. I got up at like 9 o'clock, it's now 12 o'clock, and I have literally been on this map setting up for the whole time. Getting stuff down, figuring out what to do, double checking stuff. Been a pain in the ass. But that's setting up a map for you. It's a laborious process. Probably one of the worst things, if you ask me, it really is. Especially right now where we have no mods as far as GPS. Well, no, we don't need GPS, but course play, follow me, hardest teleport. The stuff that we always used to cheat with. And all the equipment gets reset to the store on the map, so you can't even do that old trick of just teleporting stuff down. I mean, hell, I could have edited the map just to do that. Set the reset point. If you can, I don't know if you can. Set the reset point down here somewhere. I should kind of surprised Oxy never did. That's something I may look at doing, but no, too late now, I guess. So because we don't have multi-train angle out yet, it is going to look funky on the headlands. Unfortunately. That's the way the cookie crumbles. That does not look good, but so be it. So we're about over halfway. So we've got a nice balloon floating around. There is a F-16 fighter jet that does flyovers from time to time. I don't know how long that takes to come around. I really don't know on that. But it does come around. You guys are just going to have to take my word for it. So there will be a tiny bit of setup in this video, maybe just bringing some stuff down. The combine and the combine, the headers, so the corn header and the normal header, are up at the store. Still haven't bought them back. I've got the 2 tanks full of fertilizer. They're up at the store as well. We've got the Limpkin plough up there. I've got the culti plough. That's what I plan on using most of the time. but we also have the limpkin plow when we're doing just tillage work in general. Now, machinery-wise, as far as tractors, I'm running this map kind of light, to be honest, for me at least. It's going to change, I know that, you guys know that. Any of you that have been around on the channel long enough. I got the 8RT, obviously, we're in it now. As Ford is something that just definitely suits this map, and I like these type of stuff. I always thought that I'd go down the route of the fence. But, yeah, I like the fence. I do, but, yeah. 8RT. I kind of like these more. So we've got this. We've got the 6R, which is actually on the map by default. And we've got as a yard tractor, light duty tractor, your dog's body tractor sort of thing, the Case Maxim. That thing is nice. It's one that I've almost swapped out so many times on this map, thinking, JCB Fast Track. No, the windows in that bother me. Screw that. Maybe when they get fixed we'll put that on here. I was thinking that Ford from the New Holland, and I'm still actually very, very, very much thinking about having that on the map as well, or just swapping that out from the Case. So the Case is one of the tractors that will probably go very quickly, more than likely. And Combine, you guys probably already know, the John Deere. That tractor, jeez, Combine. I swear, it is, as far as size goes, it is perfect for so many maps. And I know I like variation myself, and yes, I always use that Combine, but it goes with the, there's my phone, it goes with the Case, well no, not the Case, the class, Lexion Combines that I always used. I always like them because I like them. Is that a crime? Not really. In hell, if I like something, you're going to use it, aren't you? And I haven't gone a complete John Deere everything, but a good chunk of the tractors, yeah. It's John Deere. But again, I like John Deere. Yeah, it's going to be. I try and have variation, that's why I got the Case in there, to be honest, as well. I really wanted to go your dog's body tractor. It doesn't have a 3-point up front, but hello 6M. But I wasn't going to do that to you guys. I imagine someone would have kicked off somewhere. Okay, let's... How is hired worker going to cope with this? Now, I think I ended up doing 2 headlands last time, but this is as much as an experiment for me as it is you right now. Hired worker, go. Now, I don't know if it's going to do the left side or start progressing into the field, carrying on from the right. Hopefully that's what it does. Just need to actually go into the settings and make sure we have everything. So default, off, plant withering off, crop destruction on, switch that off because that was the buy. Lime card, yes. Again, ploughing, periodic ploughing I will switch on once this field has been seeded, has been harvested. The reason I am doing that again, because it is cultivated using the culti plough, which would be the quickest way to cultivate / plough the field. It doesn't work because the AI sees it as a cultivated field already. So it kind of freaks out a bit there. Alright, down at the store where we have some of the stuff that we need to set up. Combine, which is what we will jump into now, and take that down so we can get some harvesting done. This will actually be my very first harvest in Marwell. I've not done any. The tanks here as well, I'll do a brief conversation or discussion about those. The tanks are basically the Flegel water tanks changed into tanks that can take pretty much everything and anything. You can put fuel in them, you can put manure, milk, pretty much any liquid that's in the game, they can go in here. They were all 7,300 litres. These 2 tanks I upped to 10 litres myself. And obviously, you got your fertiliser on one, and you got your herbicide on one. They fill up using pallets. So basically, I'm treating these as nurse tanks, so it's not a case of cheating the system where you don't have to fill them. You still have to fill them, you still have to have pallets around, but you can then take this to the side of the field and you can refill said sprayer when it gets empty without having to take the whole thing back to the yard or whatever. So that's what I'm using those for, nursing tanks. And I just haven't taken them to the main yard yet. Later tonight, there'll probably be 2 easy. There'll probably be 2 videos where stuff is not set up. I want to try and record 2 videos today on Marwell, and that would give me kind of a little bit of a backlog for when I get the go-ahead from Oxy. Basically, if you're wondering why we waited, it's basically to not ram it down your guys' throats. There's nothing worse than that. We've done it in the past. We worked out. It didn't work well. We knew this. Going forward, trying to be better. We don't want to ram it down your guys' throats. We don't want to make it so you guys are, in the grand scheme of things, as much as you're looking forward to stuff, pestering everybody, when's it coming out, when we've just got no answers for you. So, you seeing this video right now, watching it, probably means it's either pending to be released, so it's going to be released any day now, or Giants have just dropped it, and I've sort of been given the go-ahead to, obviously, it's out, so go ham. But I think what we are planning, again, I'm talking about this, to me this could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, we don't know how long this will take, but from what I think we're going to try and do is, when it is showing as pending to be released, Oxy's going to give me the go-ahead to release these videos, so I don't know yet. I don't know when you guys will see these. Kind of weird recording this far in advance on a couple of videos. So the only changes I have really done to the map, which was very, very last minute, but I was planning on it as soon as I got 100% the last version of the map from Oxy, or the final version, unless any bugs get cropped up. And that is the telegraph poles. I asked the question on my first look, and there was a huge amount of people that said keep them. There was quite a few that said don't keep them. I, obviously being on PC, I can take them out. Oh, that trailer we need to get rid of. I can take them out. The collisions, that is. Which I did. Now, yes, it's more realistic to leave them in. I get that. I'm 100% with you there. It is. But the way the game, the hired worker, will probably see the collision and freak out and skip huge chunks in fields. Trust me, guys. You'll realise very quick what I'm on about. If you have seen any of my Riverview episodes where the hired worker on one field specifically has left huge chunks undone because it senses the trees right next to the outside of the field, yep, that's because of the collisions. And I think that's what would happen with the telegraph poles. Time will tell on that one. You know, we've obviously yet to find that out. Alright, drop this. Now that field over there behind us does actually require lime too, so we'll probably be spreading some of that down at some point. Oh, we'll just run it without lime for now and wait until we Cody plow. Could go down that route. Alright, raise that, open this. So we've gone with the tracked variation of this combine. It's been a while since I've used that. What is this crop anyway? Barley. Decisions. Do I chaff it or do I lay it down in rows and bale? We do have the auto loader. I haven't got it purchased, but we could lease it and try it. Maybe we'll do that. Money's worth it. So I'll at least do a couple of rows myself and kind of flip about doing several different things. That's the plan, at least. And what I realised is, when I've been recording videos of late, I've been kind of doing some trickery and getting a radio piped into my headset. I'm doing the harvest right now and realising I haven't got that done, so just treat this as I'm trying to steer with my knees right now because the GPS system's broken. Yes, we'll go with that. We'll go with a tiny little bit of RP there, aka roleplay, for those of you that don't know. As much as I am not a fan of roleplay at all. I've tried it in the past. I break out a character too much. It's not my cup of tea. There's some people out there that are pretty damn good at it. Tuning radio. There we go. we have our radio station that you guys can't hear. Gives me a bit of sanity, especially when I'm harvesting like this. Yield is actually really poor. But that is always the case when you're harvesting fields that had crop in there from when you started the maps. At times you can kind of wish that you didn't have to, or you had to seed them and everything yourself so you could get a good yield right off the hop. But then, as a video creator and a content creator, it's like, yeah, I'm glad there's always a field in there that's got crop in there. So then we can just go in and do stuff. Obviously, there's always the contracts that you can do too, which we probably will go down that road at some point, maybe on here. No, it depends what contracts crop up. Okay, so it is working into the middle of the field. Sweet. So that seems to be working quite now. That's probably going to eat up a lot of our money that we have, but we've got the profit from this field. And of course, stuff that's already in the silos. I imagine we will get a few trailers out of this field. We're at 3,000, almost 4,000. Pretty much just halfway around the headland now. So these fields are actually pretty damn big. So I don't know if we will keep this combine long. We may upgrade relatively quick. I don't know. And I guess when the bottom line is, I'll let you guys decide. Depends how long stuff takes. If I notice stuff taking way too long as far as harvesting goes, we will maybe change it up. But then I've got bigger equipment for seeding, cultivating and all that stuff, so that's quick. It's this that'll take a while. That's why I wish we could get a slightly bigger header for this. But then, how legit would that be? And let's be honest, the pipe wouldn't probably reach. Well, maybe it would, actually. Yeah, I could take a little bit bigger header, but not by much. Not by much at all. But the lighting on this map, this is something that I don't think... It was in the first look, I think. I don't know, I can't remember now. But Oxy has done something to the lighting on this map, where at certain times of the day, in-game, like you thought the stock in-game lighting was good. This is just outrageous at times. It really is. Now, of course, it's like 12 o'clock in-game, and I've had this on real time since starting this save up, so once I get on a straight, I'll actually open up the log to see how long I've got on this, and it is literally all setting up. It's ridiculous. Alright, that'll do. Of course, it's going to save. That one? No. You guys will see it before me. Work time. Plow time. Harvest time. I thought it has some crashing into stuff here. Oh, I thought it was. I thought I had session. Oh, yeah, time played. 2 hours. So, let's say how long we're into this. Almost 20 minutes. So yeah, let's just say 2 hours setting up, which isn't bad actually. Nuked my shader cache, ran around, because Oxy did some trickery with the shaders. Well, I say trickery, he's basically just moved all the shaders so it's pointing to the in-game files instead of pulling from the maps. Or the map folder. So I nuked my shader cache just in case. Again, as well, recently we've had someone come into the stream where their game wouldn't load up and it was something to do with shader issues. It seems to be quite prominent right now. May do a video on how to fix that for people. Shove that there. This is ripping through the field right now. Sick. Now I just have to go through and finish it all up. This is from Creative Mesh. Their first thing that they've bought through. And I've got a lot of questions about this thing. Predominantly, I want to know how many polys it is, and see if it's over the poly count again. And got let up on the mod hub, and I believe it's on consoles as well. So, not sure about that. The other major thing that I'm curious about is how have they managed to wangle BKT tyre branding? Yeah. Small, but interesting. Interesting. What do I think of this thing? As much as I don't agree with some of the practices of Creative Mesh, they're freaking talented guys. I will never, never take that away from them. They are very talented. I just wish they didn't go around some stuff, maybe. Like I say, I want to check out the poly count on this and see if it is out of spec. But at the same time, doesn't matter. We need mods. But you would like to think that it was in spec and it's a level playing field for everyone, because I know they have turned people away in the past because of that. And that's the issue I've got. But we'll have to see. I'm not saying it is out of spec, but we will check that out one time. Okay, so we need the case. Where is the case? Here it is. So here is the Maxim. I don't know if many people are using this little guy, but it's a nice tractor. I like the engine note that's on it. It's a little powerhouse, to be honest. It really is. Now, at times the engine sound, there is a weird sound in it, which just sounds out of whack. It really does. Which well, you guys listen to it in your own headphones and you'll hear it. It's at idle. I'm not really going to point it out to people when I'm doing this, but it is there, trust me. The trailer on the map, I thought about swapping out. We'll see how it is. We may end up getting two of them and just tandem in it if it becomes too much of an issue. Or we may up the trailer size in general, I don't know yet. So this is what I mean right here. Like, it's doing it perfectly, just going around once. Going around twice would be a bit better. So some spots it may get a little stuck. Especially coming up on the fence posts here it may, because they do have collisions, obviously. It just sucks as Giants haven't got any the terrain thing in, multi-angle, because this looks like crap. It really does, and that's nobody's fault. And Giants textures probably don't show that off too much, but modded textures will. But I'm not going to complain. And back this up. There we go. So that's filling that up. What else have I really got to show you guys that just stands out to me? If we take a quick run over to the lakes. Actually, probably got a vehicle down there closer. Being ultra lazy. A bit closer for what it was worth. Jump through all the forestry, the hedges. Here is our grass field. It's huge. I'm thinking of leasing a big M for when we get stuck into this lot. Water. Look at it. Oxy's changed the water, and if I zoom up here, it looks killer. It absolutely looks killer. That's one of the small changes. Well, I say small, but it does make a difference, and of course the lighting. It just, he's done such a good job on this map. It's good to see someone with such massive enthusiasm for 19 still keeping up and putting all the naysayers to bed, basically, and just saying, screw you, I'm going to carry on. I'm still enjoying it. You're not going to put me down. It's glad to see. Glad to see. Good to see. So unfortunately there's a few that I definitely feel have put a lot of people down and put a lot of people in a bad opinion about the game, which I don't know. That's all I can say to that. And fire this beast back up. And around we go again. So animals, I think... I don't know where I'm going to start with animals or what animals I want to start with. I'm thinking actually kind of going Riverview. Sheep or chickens? What shall we do? And the cows are just down on our main yard, so it wouldn't take much to do a silage. And how? I don't know if I'd do a full silage out of this field, but definitely do half of it or something. Do a split crop, which I don't know how that would work, but yeah, we can give it a go. Do a split crop, plow down the middle of it, a good chunk. Did have to manually do that though. I'm really glad to see that's working perfectly. Nice. So I think we'll only go around twice. Maybe 3 times. We'll see. I plan on recording these videos back to back, so it's going to be very much similar paced for both videos. That being said, we can throw line down on that field. Doing it out of order, but I needed to get seed into that field ASAP. And then throw line down there. And well, how? Even with this harvesting, we could technically, once it does gets going on rows, we can start baling ourselves. Could go down that route too. Bring some stuff back down to the yard. Have the plough and 2 tanks. Unfortunately, those tanks you can't chain up together. But it's okay. I'm not too worried to bring them back yet. As far as sprayers go, we're just using the stock sprayer. That map comes with the Hardy spray for the time being. Tempted to swap out the Hardy sprayer, and actually I can open it up and show you guys. Go with this, because this does fit on the map quite nice, but it doesn't take a lot of spray. And working with, what is it? Does it actually say? It doesn't actually say what the working with is. Really? 27 meters, and the Hardy is 30 odd, I think. 36, I want to say. So I don't know where I'll go with that right now. I'm tempted to have the self-propelled, and it's small enough where it looks UK-ish. It would be really nice if one day we could get a decent modded one, or one put into the game, like a good European sprayer, which self-propelled sprayer that we typically see, because they're a lot smaller in size at times. I think the closest one that we will ever have is the Horse. Whenever we see that, hopefully that's going to be soon. We'll see that one. No doubt some of you may have noticed when I've tabbed through the machines, the hour meters. Now, in the command console, you can up the hours, and other than the sale price, it doesn't actually affect the machine physical sort of speed, power, or anything like that. It's literally just how much it costs when you try and sell it, which doesn't bother me, obviously. So I put some hours on the machines, so it seemed a bit more legit, a bit more immersive. Whether I've got the hours right for these machines, I don't know. I don't care. I just persevere that I thought was right without going extreme. So you can see here, it's got 1,636.0, and the 0.0 doesn't seem to be moving at all, so I'm kind of concerned. Oh yeah, it is working. Okay, I was going to say, I'm kind of concerned that it isn't actually moving. But it is. It just took a long time. Coming out to where we should empty, and like I say, I'll probably blip hard working with this. And I may boogie on down to this side and start, so we can work our way along. So we are coming up to a point where we usually be culling the quits for this video at least. And yeah, I think we'll do a mix of baling and probably lime spreading. You got the lime spreader down there, which is also a modded one. From the same spot I got those tanks from, modding. Well, I can't remember if I actually said where I got those from. I think I started doing, went off on a tangent. No, me probably. So we got 8,471. I'll shut that down. Helper stopped unexpectedly. Tank is empty. What part of your tank is empty? Oh, you see it, dang. Okay. Fold this up, because I don't think it would be able to reach otherwise. Yeah, we'll actually do this legit. This may even be the fun now. I don't know. And that is emptying, so we'll jump back into that. No tanks. Well, the tank, jeez, the trailer's almost full. Yeah, big tank. Jeez. That was only, well, not even a full tank out of this. That trailer can hold 21,000, and the combine full tank is 10,000. So, grand scheme of things, 2 empties and that trailer's full. Now I know on this initial pass it's probably going to miss stuff, but we'll rock with it. And into this. This hasn't got a full engine model, has it? Hopefully not. Whoa, Z-fighting coming from that trailer. Oh, dang. Seeds, not one there. These physics I love, all the shaders. I'm certain they've got to be using the higher shader for that. Center that up. Alright, we are away. I was thinking accelerate pretty damn rapid too, actually. I like this thing, I just don't like the articulated loaders in general. Nothing just other than that is personal preference. But I want to give this a go. I think this will actually have a real good place on this map. Spend that out, and I don't think I have... No, I don't. GST... And you can see actually up top, I'm going to make a point of showing this where I've zeroed out the money and put in 50. I goofed and accidentally added like 5 mil. No, was it 5 mil? It was put it back up to 5 mil. Alright, can we grab that quick? No, we can't. GG. Well, I'll be back. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed. We'll be back for another video tomorrow. Whenever this will be, I have no idea. Could be a while, could be soon. Who knows? Until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys later. See ya.